Hi and welcome back to Normski TV, doing a preview for the game tomorrow, Olympiacos versus Arsenal. This is a absolutely massive game. I can't say how important this game is. Last season we went out to Olympiacos. We lost 2-1 on aggregate, and I'll tell you what, man, that was a madness. I think it was 2-2 eventually on aggregate, but they obviously got the 2 away goals. It went to extra time. Aubameyang, a lovely overhead kick, a ball laid on for Martinelli, and man, you know, we think we're through, and then their forward comes and gets that goal to make it 2-1 on the evening, 2-2 on aggregate. And then there was a big, massive chance Aubameyang had. He put it wide. And if we had scored that, we would have gone through to the last 16. We went out in the last 32. But in this case, we're now in the last 16 playing against Olympiacos. We are away to them tomorrow. I believe we are going to be playing in Athens. So I don't think there's no restrictions in terms of travel, and then they will be then coming back to us on the 18th for the home leg. So tomorrow is absolutely important in terms of the way we go out there. I mean, we're coming off the back of a frustrating 1-1 draw against Burnley. Granit Xhaka, don't know what he was doing in that game to stupidly, give a pass away to the Burnley player. We was all over Burnley, and he gives it to Chris Woods, and he didn't even know nothing about it. It's literally bounced off him and went into the back of the net. So Granit Xhaka, no doubt Arteta is going to play him. And obviously when I go for my predicted lineup, I don't think I would play him, personally speaking. Not only that, we've got the big, massive North London derby on Sunday. That's going to be another massive game. So it's going to be a bit of a headache in terms of the players that Arteta are going to pick. I believe that the Europa League, is the game that we need to focus on. We can't worry about the North London derby. Let the Europa League take care of itself, and then we worry about the North London derby. Obviously, there may be a chance that he will rest players, but I think we should go with a very, very strong side. And to be honest, when we do face Tottenham, I don't think there should be many, many changes, for me personally speaking. As I said, our record against Olympiacos, as I say, we went there in the first leg, in the 81st minute, Lacazette gets that away goal, most important away goal. So we beat them 1-0 at home. And then when you think, we take that back to the Emirates with us, as I said, we didn't, score that equaliser until extra time. So, up until that point, it was 1-1 before it went to extra time. Aubameyang gets that goal, you're thinking, yes, we're through. And then their forward comes on and scores from an header, and it's all over, basically. That evening, I was absolutely gutted. I was on the phone, and literally, I was like, what is going on? Olympiacos of all teams. And Socrates at the time was playing for us. He now plays for Olympiacos. And from what I'm understanding, they have got a bit of a defensive crisis. In terms of their form in the league, they've won quite a few games, just beating a team called Lamina in there. I think they beat them 3-0, so they're unbeaten in 9-10 games. Obviously, Arsenal very much more inconsistent. We're up and down. But can we go to Olympiacos, and can we go there and win comfortably? It's not going to be an easy game. But we're going to have our best players out there. We're going to have to, just because they're, got a defensive crisis doesn't mean to say that we're just going to slack off. We need to go there. And I keep saying it time and time again. We need to play at pace. We cannot afford to go there and play, this slow, pragmatic football that I keep speaking about a lot. We have to take the game to Olympiacos. We are the Premier League team. We need to play at Premier League speed, not at the speed of Olympiacos. Yes, Olympiacos may be doing well in the domestic league, but you compare that to the Premier League, you know what I mean? If we are playing there, we'd be easily top of the league, but that's not the case. Now we have to, absolutely have to go there, and I would love to see if we could get at least a 2-goal lead, taking that back to the Emirates with us, but we cannot afford to then slack off. We cannot then come back to the Emirates. You know, yes, there's not going to be no fans there. Last season there was fans, but this season there's not going to be no fans there. So for Olympiacos, there's not going to be no real pressure. And I think going to Olympiacos, playing there with the pressure of the fans, because they've got some raucous fans out there, and to play in that kind of, atmosphere over there, it's quite intimidating. But, Arsenal dealt with it. And Lacazette, as I said, in the 81st minute, gets that away goal. So there's not going to be no fans in both legs. So it's going to be quite strange, but I do believe that Arsenal can go there and get the win. So coming back now, in terms of the team and who I'd like to start, I would obviously start Bert Leno in goal. That's my choice. In terms of people that are coming back, Smith Rowe, I saw him in training today, and obviously they're assessing him and whether he will, be likely to travel and actually start the game or even be on the bench. We'll probably know about that tomorrow, but he's in training, and we haven't got a lot of injuries, so that's good. Majority of the team was training today. Good to see Thomas Partey training. Odegaard's training, you know what I mean? So those sort of players, and Aubameyang was out there training, Martinelli. And to be honest, I don't know. Would I like to see Martinelli start tomorrow? He has not had a run in the game, and I think knowing I keep saying Wenger, Arteta, knowing him, Arteta will probably go with the tried and tested. I can't see Martinelli starting the game. I would like to see him on the bench, but I can't see him starting the game. But you know what? I would. Is it a chance? You're going away. You're playing away. Martinelli's got pace. They have got an aging back four, as I say, defence crisis. I would probably start Martinelli in that game, because obviously we've got the North London derby coming up. So okay, let's see. Okay, so we'll go with Leno in goal. Yeah, we'll go with Leno in goal. At right back, going with Cedric Suarez. Got to go with Cedric Suarez at right back. In defence, I will go with the same defence pairing of Pablo Mari and David Luiz. Felt they did well against Burnley. And, in terms of their partnership, they've done quite well together. So I would go with Pablo Mari and David Luiz. Kieran Tierney at left back. And then in front of them, I would go with Thomas Partey and Dani Ceballos. I would go with Thomas Partey, Dani Ceballos in that pivot there. And where obviously Ceballos will probably play more advanced. But do you know what? They could probably switch. But boy, after that mistake that he made, where he headed the ball back, I was like, what is this guy doing? What is Dani Ceballos doing? What is this guy doing? But I would go with Ceballos and Thomas Partey. Now, the attacking midfield, I'm going to go with Pepe on the right. Odegaard as that number 10. And Martinelli and Lacazette up front. Yeah, I think that's what I would go with. We would have a very strong bench. You've got Aubameyang on there, Saka on there. Some good, strong players there, in terms of defence. Gabriel, Bellerin, So we will have a decent Granit Xhaka. So we'll have a decent bench. Obviously, the goalkeeper, Matt Ryan. I do believe that's the team that I would go with tomorrow. Now, I know that ain't going to be the case with Arteta, but that's what I would go with tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I know it sounds like I'm sort of resting the players for the big game, but maybe if it's not going to plan tomorrow, then you can bring on the likes of Aubameyang, bring on Saka. Do you know what I mean? But if it goes well, then brilliant. So go with the predicted lineup again. Leno in goal, Suarez at right back, Pablo Mari, David Luiz, Kieran Tierney at left back, Danny Ceballos and Thomas Partey in the midfield area. Then the attacking on the right hand side, we go with Pepe, Odegaard in the number 10 role, Martinelli on the left, and Lacazette up front. I would go with that Lacazette because I think he will do well. Obviously, last season holding up the ball well, and I would go with Lacazette. And then, as I said, we have got quite a strong bench. So that is my predicted lineup in terms of a predicted score. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Arsenal. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Arsenal. We've got that 2-goal cushion. Then we can come back to the Emirates. And we need to win this game tomorrow. We need to win it convincingly so that we've got, going into the Tottenham game, London derby, there's some confidence going into that game. Tottenham are going to be playing at home tomorrow, so they ain't travelling. And the travelling is going to take a little bit out on the team. So that's who I would go with. And I said go with a 3-1 win to the Arsenal. Hopefully, I will be coming with a player ratings after the game, and I'll just be one happy bunny. But please, Arsenal, please, 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 go into that game. Don't let me down. Go into that game positive. Take your chances, because if you're taking your chances in Burnley, we would have wiped Burnley on the floor. We've got to take our chances. Stop trying to walk the ball into the back of the net. Let's go out there. Let's do the business. Come back prepared for the North London derby. Let's go into that with some confidence. Listen, Spurs right now are playing well, and they're going to be confident coming into the game. And as I said, they're going to be playing at home. And so, I don't want to be, coming out of this game tomorrow full of nerves, going into the North London derby out of form, and hopefully we won't lose that game. So, as I said, 3-1 to the Arsenal. We'll see how that goes. Listen, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.